LA5,
KG3.
my good man, how are you? We have so much to catch up on.
Quite good. I feel like life is just bubbling up with goodness, and the best rises to the top. The cream of the crop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Cream of the crop, always rising to new heights, new glories. A frothy, delicious flavor.
Oh,
So tell me about this
So it-
drink.
oh my goodness. I call this the Christified Cola.
Yes.
And this version doesn't really taste like cola because I'm using coconut and pineapple as the flavoring, and usually I have like a cherry or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's simply just a double shot of espresso and maple syrup, extra dark maple syrup. I want to get those antioxidants in there.
Very nice.
And then you just mix it up, you bubble it down, and all the flavor goes into the foam.
Ooh, very nice.
It's very satisfying.
Very delicious.
It's kind of like, I don't know if anyone was able to, did you ever hear of that Dr. Dreadful candy kit as a kid? It's like a lab setup
That
of
sounds so
chemistry,
familiar, yes.
and then it's all meant to make candy, and it's fun. There's one called Putrid Potion, and it would foam up like this one, and that's kind of nostalgic. It's one of the good gifts.
Well, there you
Nostalgia.
go. There's nothing. Oh, it is good. It is the good gift of nostalgia. It's always nice. There's this one actually on YouTube that keeps popping up. Of all the songs, it's like I don't know who sings it, but I know you'll remember it. You know the song? It's like, "Where's your head at?
Where's your head at?
Yeah.
Where's your head at?
That one. It shows that, and it says growing up in the 2000s. Then it'll show like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. It'll show Evanescence. It'll show like movies and blockbusters that come out from that time. And it's just like, oh, there's the nostalgia. Growing up in the 2000s. Good times. We had a good era of growing up, I must say. We were lucky.
Oh, the times. I agree. It was a very, very good time. I remember when gas was 74 cents a liter, and that was kind of crazy. And then it shot up rather quickly. But you know what? I paid $1.22 yesterday
That's not bad.
per liter. I know. I was pretty pumped about it.
No
That's also
kidding.
with my 3-cent discount because I have a special card. But it was $1.25 as a regular.
Ooh.
So
at you,
there's
Mr.
a
Big Saver.
shift. Oh. A shift in the times, KG3.
Yes, there are. Well, the biggest shift I would have to say of recent is all of the big science experts and or environmental advocates like Bill Gates, all these years of fear mongering with the environment, right? They're now coming out saying, no, we're wrong. It's nothing to worry about. So people like Carney, who wanted to put the carbon tax back on gas, he can't do it now because now it's just a pure money grab. There's no actual evidence behind it that it does anything. That's why it hasn't
okay.
been put back on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know of this.
Oh, yes. Look it up. Bill Gates came up. Yeah, it was pretty funny because Trump posts saying Bill Gates finally comes to his senses and is like on our team now, saying that the environment isn't going to die because of human hands and that it's all been fear mongering. It's pretty wild. It's been pretty wild, yeah. But you're right.
That's very interesting.
The times are changing. I would like to share a personal story with you, and then I want to hear about your experience with your wonderful AI pilot, because I want to talk about that with you. But I'd like to let you know, I recently have done something. I'll open up to you, as we always do. I never feel like I have a problem with alcohol, but it was just a go-to. It's a crutch, right? Just especially if I'm bored, when I'm bored, and that's the big thing, when I'm bored. But what I have found out recently is it was never about the alcohol. It was about the sugar. And I'll tell you why, my friend. I found myself still working my butt off, going to my jobs, enjoying life. But then when I came home, I'd always end the day with a drink. And I realized, wow, I've been almost doing that every night for must have been 2.5 months. So that's not good. That's not healthy. And me and April have been talking about for quite a while, hey, we should try a fast. We should do a fast. After one night of, drinking a little too much, the next day, I said, I'm going to start my fast. I fasted for the longest I ever have in my life, my friend. Outside of having water and a little bit of sea salt just to keep the electrolytes up, I fasted for 5 full days.
Yeah, that's sizable.
And that wiped out all craving of sugar. It wiped out all head fog, and it wiped out all just desire for anything. I'll use the term lightly, but degeneracy. I just don't want to be involved in anything that isn't just proper and healthy. It was a complete reset, just a complete flip of the switch. I dropped 15 pounds in those 5 days. Granted, I've gained 5 of it back, but it's 5 of what I would consider healthy weight because I don't feel like I'm gaining in the pouch or anything. It's just
Right.
must be either water weight or maybe putting on more muscle. Either way,
Glycogen.
feeling good. Glycogen, exactly. Feeling good, feeling healthy. But I don't even know fully if it's glycogen, and I think you'll know better than me when it comes to this, but I've been eating nothing but fats and protein. Outside of, so I did this, today is actually day either 14 or 15, so I've gone 2 full weeks without alcohol now. 2 full weeks without sugar. And out of the 2 weeks, I've only had 2 days where I've ate carbs. And the carbs were rice, potato, and only one dish that was a deep fried thing, and it was just a deep fried sweet potato. Yes, and a deep fried prawn. So that is the only deep fried I've had, and that's the only carbs I had. Outside of that, I've had nothing but eggs, cheese, and just a variety of different meats. Yes, and
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
How about cognitively? Has it changed the way that you feel like there's more of a mind fog that is lifted?
The
More
mind fog is-
concentration, attention?
my concentration, I'm so zoned into everything. I feel like I'm just in a better mood all the time. I have just nothing but amples bouts of energy. When it doesn't matter how long I sleep for, whenever I wake up, I feel like I got enough. I never feel overtired anymore. It's been such a blessed experience and just so it's been fun. It's been fun, man. I feel like I've been reborn, rejuvenated. I have such a new energy and a new kick to my step. KG3 at it again.
Haha.
Ah, yeah,
Adventures of.
indeed. It's yeah, and it was a very spiritual experience too, because like those first few days, you're really fighting the hunger, but you realize too the hunger is just instinctual of hey, we usually eat right now. What's going on? But you would have a glass of water and the hunger goes away. It's wild how much you don't need to eat. I actually was planning to go longer than the 5 days, but then just with where life was going, I decided, you know what, I'm going to stop here just because the week that's coming up, I need my strength. And as much as I would love to continue the fast, I felt like it was just the proper place to stop.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know when, but I do want to fast again. And next time I want to fast longer, still within the parameters of being healthy about it. And even as I'm drinking coffee right now, I was planning during the fast to drink coffee. I was like, I'll drink because you're allowed coffee. It's no calories. And I was like, it'll give me a little bit of energy. I stayed away from it. I didn't have coffee. All I had was water and sea salt. The only two things that entered my body through the entire fast.
Really? And you never got a caffeine hangover or a headache or anything?
No, I would say, you know what? If there was a caffeine hangover, it was probably overshadowed by the sugar hangover from the alcohol and all the junk I was eating, right? Because again, not meaning to, like you'd have nights where I would drink, whether it's one drink or 3, doesn't matter like the amount, it's still you're putting alcohol in your system. I'd wake up the next morning and I'd stop off at McDonald's, get a breakfast to kind of sop it up in the stomach, because like that's what you tell yourself, right? And so all of that type of junk, I felt more so negatively impacting me through the first few days of the fast than the coffee hangover. Because I've tried to quit coffee before, but I would quit coffee but keep doing all the other stuff. And so I know what the caffeine hangover is. It's no fun. And that's the reason I stopped trying to quit coffee, is I was like, I guess I'm just like, it's not worth the hangover. But with this, I would say through the fast, no, it felt purely like it was just giving up the sugar. And the longer I went into the fast, actually it wasn't even the longer, it was literally on day 1 of the fast, I had no desire for alcohol at all. It was so wild. Because I felt like there were nights where I would be like, nah, I'm not going to drink tonight. But then I'd look at the clock and I'm like, I could probably still make it. You know, those type of nights where it's like, I could probably still make it. Just, just have a drink before bed. Silly mindset to have, but it's just what I was doing. Just because I was bored. It wasn't because I needed the alcohol. I was bored and I was giving into boredom instead of being productive.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then when I started the fast, yeah, on day one, no desire at all. I wasn't thinking, oh, I could make it to the store or anything. All I was thinking pretty much was, I'm hungry and I feel my body really fighting me on what I'm trying to do right now. Day two, I say, would be the hardest for the hunger pains. But again, no desire for alcohol or sugar. And then day three was a interesting one because I would say that would be the closest because like the first 2 days were more body pains. Day three would be the one where it was a little bit of a head fog, and maybe that was the caffeine kind of withdrawal coming in a little bit. And it wasn't awful, but it was very much manageable, but it was noticeable. And of course, that's the day I started to watch this YouTube channel called Beard Meets Food, and it's just about a guy that goes and eats food. So instead of eating myself, I'd watch other people eat, and that gave me like the dopamine rush that I needed to be like, food. And then day four, just such a light, clear feeling. I felt so good and had a great sleep that night. And day five, I felt like almost relieved of any form of stress. I had a good cry, and it wasn't because I was upset. It just felt good to just be like, let it out. And it's just, yeah, just one of those ones where it's just like, it felt good. I was listening to country music because like I was at work doing construction and I'm driving home and a country song got me and I'm just like, beautiful. And I got home, and when I got home, I looked at the clock because I started at 8 p.m. on the Monday. This was now Saturday at 6 p.m. And I said, wow, I'm about to hit 5 days. I should go for more. Actually, you know what? 5 days is good. That's impressive because I said to myself, I'm going to do 5 days. I said from day one, I'm going to do 5 days no matter what. And I thank April because she kept me on board the whole way because like on day two, I was really like, oh, I really want to eat. She's like, no, you said 5 days. You can do it. I believe in you. And so lots of thanks go out to her for believing in me. That first meal I had beef broth. I had 2 eggs, boiled soft so you could still taste the yolk. I had a handful of almonds and I had an avocado.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So reignited the body with all that. And I had water mixed with creatine. So just reignited the body with what I felt like healthy fats, healthy protein, and the type of chemical like creatine that I felt would be necessary for my body. And then ever since then, I've had nothing but whole foods outside of outside of the deep fried yam and prawn, which was only 2 pieces or 3 maybe. 3 at the most, outside of 3 pieces of deep fried, still healthy underneath, but deep fried makes you a little unhealthy, right? Outside of that, everything I've had is whole food, healthy fat, healthy protein, and I have no sugar craving. Actually, I can take that back. I'd say popcorn is probably the worst thing I had because I did go to a movie. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, popcorn in itself is almost a bit of a food, depending what kind of a topping you get on it.
It's true.
But
Well, I try my best not to put
impressed.
topping on. Oh, thank you. I'm impressed myself. Staying away from unhealthy foods and just but I have no craving anymore, man. That's the biggest one that just keeps blowing me away. Like here I am again, 2 weeks, since the events have occurred since I began the fast, and 2 weeks since my last drink and all this, and I just don't have a desire for it at all anymore. There's not even a thought. It doesn't, like, none of it is, I'm not pulled towards it, which is such a beautiful feeling. It's such a cleansing feeling. I feel really good throughout the body just in that nature where I don't have this craving for things right now. Because even when I'm hungry, I don't think, ooh, I can't wait to gorge and stuff myself with all the flavors of the world. I just am like, okay, I need to fuel up. So I try to eat, I also portion control. My portions are smaller. And even with smaller portions, though, like I said, I gained back about 5 pounds of the weight that I took off. But from the beginning of the fast, I was 222 pounds, and I went down to 207 in those 5 days. And all of the bloat is gone. I'd say most of my visceral fat is gone. I still got some pouch on the side, but it's nothing too extensive. And even with gaining some of this weight back, I see my waist still shrinking, which is such a fascinating feeling. But that's because I'm keeping my body in ketosis. I'm burning fats and proteins more so than I'm building up those glycogen storages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think what I love the most is the fact that you have this type of reclaimed level of quality of life
Oh,
where you
beautiful.
just feel like you've leveled up. You have more
Yes.
clarity, your attention is stronger, you feel like there's more of a zest for life. And it almost seems like you killed some type of a parasite. It's like you had this one parasite that was attached to you in some form of a way that's actually attached to your central nervous system or your mind to some degree. And it's trying to like inject its cravings into you so that you'll feed it. And it wants you to eat sugar. And well, maybe there's some alcohol there too, but it seems like it was mostly about the sugar. And since you deprived it of that, it died.
Yeah, it
Parasite
feels
is
that
dead.
way. Yeah, that demonic parasite is just gone. I don't
Peace.
feel a presence later. I just don't feel any. Yeah, I don't feel it at all, which is it's such a relieving feeling, and that's one where also through the fast and ever since the fast, I thank God every day. Thank you for giving me the strength to persevere and push through, and also putting the right people in my corner, like April, for giving me the inspiration to keep going in the moments where I felt like giving up. It was everything landed perfectly where it needed to be such a positive, enlightening, and healthy experience.
I love it.
But enough.
Congratulations, KG3.
Thank you, LA5. But enough about me. I want to hear all about this. I want to hear about your story of how you built your AI pilot. And please start from the beginning. Tell us what the name is. Tell us where you got the inspiration, and also everything to do with the prompts. Everything you had to do to build it, because it's wonderful. It is a beautifully crafted short, and I love it. And I'm so happy for you. I checked it again. It's got something like over 300 views, and it's doing well. And I can't wait for you to keep making more.
Ah, yes. Well, I've been waiting for about 3 years so that AI video rendering can get to the point where I'm able to make a borderline blockbuster quality movie simply just through AI prompts and maybe through some voice acting if I need to do that, recording my own voice. But it was never there. They couldn't even do fingers properly about like a few months ago.
True.
And the consistency with the lighting and it's just there's so many distortions. It's just like you can see how it's forming, but it's not there yet. And then I saw a VO 3.1 example online, and I thought, wow, that's actually quite good. And so I tried to make my own clips. And you can try it from Google. You just type in try VO 3.1 for free, and you can make 2 generations. And I just made a quick test to see what the acting was like, because that was the other major thing, is the voices never sounded legit. And there was no emotion in it. There was nothing that was storytelling material. And so I just had, basically I said, 2 scientists talking in a coffee shop, and one scientist turns to the other and says excitedly, what you're talking about here is reforming the subconscious mind to increase a person's quality of life. Then the other person replies with strong intelligence, precisely. And so I put that in as a test, just writing as if it's a novel, basically. And what it provided me with was shocking. I was like, oh, wow, that's better acting than I can do. This is awesome. Finally, I can use this. And I did another test of a guy walking down the street. I made it as bizarre as possible, where I'm like, okay, so this guy, inside of his brain, he has a gold processing machine, similar to a trommel. And what he's doing is he's taking in all of this light from all around him, and it's like pay dirt. And then he's sifting through the pay dirt to get the gold nuggets that go through his machine, then drop into his heart. And then he screams out, "Thank you, Jesus," with gleeful joy.
That's a trommel, right? Like a sifter for gold. That's what a trommel is.
Yeah,
Okay. Good.
Yeah, it's a processing machine for getting gold nuggets and flakes and whatnot.
Cool.
And then it gave me something that was actually quite phenomenal. It even added like a little soundtrack and everything, and the guy's voice sounded amazing and very genuine. I'm like, once again, that's better than I can do for acting. This is perfect. I can finally do something. And so I went to LTX Studio, and that's a AI video rendering storytelling type of a service where they are making this for filmmakers. And it's designed for people who want to produce a story. It's got storyboards, script help for generating scripts, And also you can control the lighting. You have more control over consistency of characters. And so I thought that they integrated VO 3.1 into it because they said that they now have VO 3.1. I'm like, perfect. This is it. I can do it. But I have to sign up for $200 to get the pro package to get VO 3.1. I'm like, you know what? It's worth it. Let's do it.
Nice.
I do that, and I start using their storyboard, their standard default mechanism, and it doesn't use VO 3.1. The only way I can use VO 3.1 is if I just do individual generations, just like I was doing when I was trying it. It's no longer integrated into a storyboard that generates a workflow and a scene flow. It's just you have to do it 8 seconds at a time in little blocks. And so I tried to get a refund. I'm like, oh, I can't. It's not what I was hoping to do. It's not going to work. They're like, you've already made 3 generations. You can't get a refund. I was like, oh, all right. I guess I'm meant to do something else with this. No problem. And so then I thought, ooh, I can make a trailer because the acting is not quite there to make scenes where I have a reverse, 2 close-ups and a master shot, and then being able to split with character consistency in them. At least I thought at the time, because there is a workaround for that. But I'm like, what I can do is I can just make random scenes, put them together, and make it into a movie trailer format that doesn't have really complex dialogue. So that I can do until they tweak the software to make it so I can actually use it. And so I started putting it together bit by bit. And what I would do is I would just describe my first 8 seconds. I would say, opening shot is a mature flight instructor general who is talking to a group of 24 cadets that are seated in rows of 12 per row. And he's at the podium and he's giving a commanding speech saying, quotes, "Each of you have been chosen to help change the world." End quote. And I describe his tone. So I say that he's going to be saying it with authority. He has a commanding speech. And that's enough for the software to figure out how the acting is going to be delivered. And they do it in a very convincing way. I was surprised. I was like, oh, that's believable. But then I realized there's another thing I can do. If I want to continue past 8 seconds, I can just take the end frame and make the next clip start with the previous end frame as the new start frame. And so I would take a picture of the previous end frame, and then I'd upload that to start for the next 8 seconds, and I'd tell it what to do and how to continue it, and it would work, except some kind of a weird upscaling would take place where all of a sudden it gets hyper-defined. And so you can see the difference between the previous 2 clips. And also, the voice was inconsistent. It wouldn't be the same character, even though I'm continuing 8 seconds on for the character. It would be a bit of a different sound. I'm like, oh, well, that's too bad. I tried to control that by describing their accent and describing what the tone of their voice is like. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that would help, sometimes not so much. But overall, if you use many different actors and you don't always return to the same actor, then it works because you're expecting a new voice anyway. Mm-hmm. Continuity of voices is a problem, but I'm like, for a trailer, I can make this. So I keep on going, and I don't even have a script. I just kind of like have a vague idea as to what kind of a concept I could illustrate. So I just build it 8 seconds at a time and let it kind of just unfold itself. And then it went a direction where I thought, hey, that's actually really clever. I like where this is going. And I realized that I could upload a picture of myself to an AI image generator and then describe by saying, okay, put this man into a bright white lab, and he is also in a row with multiple different cadets, and they're all in navy blue flight suits. And so it would give me an image generation of that. And it would look like me because the image generators can do that really well now.
Can I just say, when you popped up, that was the biggest treat of the whole thing. That was awesome. I was so stoked. I was like, it's Lars in the movie. And you look great. It generated you fantastically. It's very impressive.
And here's the other thing. Like, I've tried to make movies before. Like, I try to make cinematic scenes. Even when I have access to a good camera, like a $10,000 camera like yours, I get my friend to film a scene, and then I'm like, okay, it's okay. I'll do all the editing. I know it's too much. It's a lot of work. And it doesn't matter what kind of a LUT I use or how I change my adjustments when it comes to highlights and just getting the warmth and the coolness just right. I can't quite get that perfect cinematic look where you know that this is a movie. This looks like a high-end, well-edited movie. But with this, it almost automatically spits it out in a cinematic type of a feel. And so already it can act better than me. It can do my editing better than I can. And it's extremely effective. Like each one of these 8 seconds is $2. But like when you look at a movie like Sky Captain and No Tomorrow, that was a budget of $70 million for 105 minutes. That breaks down to $111,000 every 8 seconds. Outrageous.
It is outrageous.
And I can get something that's similar. Like I just watched that movie, and they kind of had like an AI look to it, the way that they edited it.
It definitely did.
And I compared it to what came out with that movie trailer, the GGT. And it's, if anything, my friend said that GGT is even better when it comes to production quality.
Yeah.
As to what No Tomorrow was able to do. Mind you, that was 2004. But still, the fact that you can replicate $70 million production from 2004, incredible.
It's so impressive.
And so now here's the main thing. Now that I can get myself in there, I become the main consistent character. And I can record my own voice over top of the voice that's generated from AI for each one of my scenes. So I just do my own ADR. I simply,
Perfect.
at 8 seconds a time, I do the exact same style that the AI did to try and match it up the best that I can for my character. And then I just splice it in. And then I use some Fruity Loops editing and a compressor and an EQ and there's one more thing in there too. It's called it like a sound goodizer, but it's basically more of a compressing kind of a unit to make it sound more flat.
Yeah.
So it's not so variant, and it fits. It makes it fit. I'm like, okay, great. And then there was one more thing that I did, the end character, where it shows the glorified Jesus.
Yes.
I would basically talk in an Israeli accent to the best of my ability, and then I would use 11 Labs to use a new voice profile. And his name was just Yeshua was the name of the voice profile.
Perfect.
I'm like, that's great. And he sounds so good.
Yeah,
like he sounds it doesn't sound like me at all. Mm-hmm. Like no one could tell that it was me.
I agree.
Until I told them that, yeah, that's actually me. Except for Lucas, but he always knows where north is, so that's just weird. He's got like a sixth sense for things. But anyway, main point is I can now use consistent character voices by recording it myself, and then if I have another character, use 11 Labs to change the voice profile. And there's a
Bless you.
There's a workaround. Why, thank you. There's a workaround.
Let's hear the workaround.
I have to be really good at generating. Oh my goodness.
We'll be right back after these sips.
I have to be really good at generating the images. If I can put together a really good image of the frame of my character, and then the frame of the character I'm interacting with, and then ideally also get a master shot of the same environment, that then I can splice in between every 4 to 8 seconds, because very, very typically that's usually what we're used to in movies. Every 4 to 8 seconds, every 2 to 8 seconds even, there's a new angle being introduced. Whether a person is just listening to the other person and it's showing the person listening, or the person talking, both of those can now be interjected where it doesn't have to be everything the exact same. I can continue the scene by showing a different angle of the scene and having the sound be the continuity, as opposed to an 8-second clip being extended kind of a thing. And so that becomes the workaround for not being able to go more than 8 seconds for a continuous shot. And it works really well.
Wonderful.
It's all about the continuity of the audio. And so the next step is I want to be able to understand how it is I can get a genuine audience that builds momentum, is interactive, and is actual active subscribers. Whereas the YouTube promote mechanism seems to be false traffic and false subscribers. I've yet to see a video that says, yeah, I actually get a lot of traction from the subscribers I gain from the $200 I give. That gives me 3,000 subscribers. But typically
no, don't be
you
banned
do
for
that,
subscribers. Yeah.
it doesn't seem to work. But
No.
on Fiverr, there are marketers there that use SEO backlinks and social media to get you actual active subscribers. So I'm thinking about trying some of those people out that have a good profile and a good history to see if they're able to get some kind of a momentum, because I haven't been able to figure that out yet as to how to actually grow a channel.
Yes. As I told you last time, I've been doing the YouTube lives, and I've continued to do so. I have, in the last 5 weeks, have gained 165 new subscribers. Oh yes, I keep gaining them. I recommend the live. It really works because you engage with an audience and you bring people in, and they get to know you. And a lot of the people who come and watch and subscribe, they're doing so because of my lives. But the odd time, I'd say maybe a quarter of them, while I'm still live, will say, "Hey, you're cool. I'm gonna subscribe," and then they won't message for like 10 minutes. And then they'll come back and say, "I just checked out your channel. You're hilarious. You've been making stuff for a long time. This is great." And so it brings people to your content as well. So as long as there's a fraction of the people who are watching your live going and not just subscribing and liking your stuff, but also watching and engaging, it will build an audience. And I've had people in my lives who are continuous live members who come back and are now in my live saying, "Hey everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe." I don't have to say anything. They're doing it for me. It's wild. And I feel so
KG3,
blessed and lucky to have them. LA5.
Are we able to do a live podcast?
Absolutely. Yeah, we should do it. So the way I would do that is like I would go live and there's a section that says I can link you and we can go live together. Yeah. Next to it. Podcast 18. Glorious Proceedings 18. Let's do it live. You down?
Interesting.
You dig?
Yeah. I do dig. Where does this traffic come from? Like, are people just waiting for a live
all
like
around
room
the
to jump
world.
into?
All
But
around
why?
the world.
Like, are they just,
So-
like how?
So this is how that works. Yes, let me give you a little nugget of knowledge. And this is my nugget of knowledge. Yeah, this is just how I have found it. If you go on YouTube, like when you're watching YouTube, if you go to the shorts section, you know how sometimes it's just like it's a meme with music. Sometimes it's a clip of a video, a clip of a TV show, whatever it is. The odd time you'll land on lives, and you can watch people live. So it's a part of the shorts program. So you can watch people live. So people who are going through shorts sometimes will land on people who are live. If you click on someone who is live, it will take you to their live stream. And then if you swipe off of them, it will keep you in the live section, and you can watch anyone you want live. So that's how you get to people who are live. It's its own thing hidden underneath the shorts. At least that's how I have discovered it when I find people being live. And
I see.
it's very fascinating because I've had people come on where they are like last night. It was really cool. I had someone we were all just jonesing together on the fact that we were all in different time zones, but we're all in Canada. I had 2 people from Edmonton, someone from Saskatchewan, someone from Quebec, and someone from Newfoundland. And we're like, yes, coast to coast, here we are in the stream. And then I had people who are from over in the UK. I had people who were in Australia, someone in Nigeria, someone in India, and they were all just in the chat together. And we're all chatting, and they're all asking me questions, and sometimes they'll chat with each other as well. And what I've done is I'll go live, and whatever question's being asked, I'll answer it. And if they say something, like sometimes someone's like, "Hey, it's my birthday," I'd say, "Oh, happy birthday," and I'd even sing them happy birthday. And then they're so grateful. They're like, "Thank you. Oh, wow, you said happy birthday to me. Thank you," you know? And it's people of all ages. I had someone who was in their 60s. I had someone who was 14, who I then told, I was like, "Hey, maybe you should be doing other things on the internet instead of watching people live," because, like, you know, say like children should stay away from that, I think. But nonetheless, like it's just the fact that it's people from all over the world of all ages coming and chatting, and then there's some people who come in and they want to spam you and like troll and stuff. And so this is what I do. I'll say to them, "Okay, you get 3 strikes. If you keep trolling, I'm just gonna kick you out of the chat." because if you want to have a regular conversation and engage with us, you're welcome to stay, but I'll give you 3 strikes. So this one guy last night, it was funny. He trolled. I told him that. He became normal. And then he trolled again. And I said, I told you, you get 1 more strike. And he immediately trolled again. So I was like, sorry, bud. You had your 3 strikes, blocked him. And everyone else in the chat, because I was chatting with I think it must have been, I think the highest I got was 35 people. And I had then at least 10 people just go, yeah, good call. Yeah, glad we got him out here. Yeah, he wasn't adding anything. It just, it's fun. But the amount of people who come in and they just ask questions just about myself, they ask questions about like Canada if they're from somewhere else, or they want to share something about themselves and around the world. You foster a community, and it's a lot of fun. And I go
So they're
live
just
for about
looking
an
to
hour.
connect.
Exactly, they're looking to connect, and even the people who troll and spam. This is my philosophy with them. I want you to because people will say, "Oh, they're trolling, get them out of here," and I'll say, "No, let's give them a chance first. They're trolling because they want attention. Instead of getting the negative attention, say something legit and let's have a dialogue, and you can join the conversation." I've had people who started off trolling who then said, "Hey, I appreciate that. You're a good guy. I'll stop trolling," and they'll then have normal conversations because that's what they want. They just want attention. People are seeking connection, and that's what I think the live is doing. And it's a lot of fun because I would say 99.5% of the time it's nothing but positivity. And that point 0.5, it's not even negative in a horrible way. It's just more so people being immature.
So I'm trying to visualize this, like what this is all about. Like right now, it seems like let's say you walk into a tent of like background holding,
Sure, yeah.
and you sit at an empty table, and all of a sudden one person walks over and starts talking to you, and then other people notice that you're talking to that person. That person's having a good time, so then more people walk in, and while they walk over, they can hear your conversation, and then they just start gravitating towards you because I guess they just want to connect and interact to some degree. It's about interaction, right?
It is 100%, and it's about just having general conversation. And just because I'm the one who went live, I am essentially the server, and everyone else is coming to join the server. So everyone else like they don't have a voice like how we're talking to each other right now. They can only type out their questions and type to me, and I don't see their faces. I just see their profile pic and I see what they type. But I also during the live can say, hey, I can join this person to the chat so they can pop in and we can converse live. So that's what I'm saying. Next time we do the podcast, that's what we'll do. We'll go live on our podcast, and I'll record it so we can then upload it at the end. But I'll record it so we have the chat stream, because then we can see what people say as we chat. And if we want to, we can engage with the chat.
Right. Huh. That's really interesting.
Yeah. It's
and you've gained
a lot of fun.
165 subscribers by doing this?
In less than a month. I started off with 178 subscribers. I'm now at 378, I think it is. And you need 500 to be eligible for getting monetization. So I'm close.
Right.
So the fact in less than a month I've gotten that many, and I've gone from and my like ratio, again, this is one where I don't necessarily care so much what it is, but it's nice to know. My like ratio is at 96.5%. So people,
as in 96% of people that view you they hit the like button?
They hit the like. They either hit the like button, or that just means that out of anyone who likes it, like the ratio of likes to dislikes.
Oh, versus dislikes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, the ratio of the amount of people who watch. That's an interesting one. I'll have to double check that, because there is stuff on YouTube Studios that allows you to look at stuff like that. But ever since doing lives, because I've been uploading shorts to my channel as well. Finally uploading like pieces of Cloud Van, and I'm getting comments, likes, views from that. Because through the shorts and through the lives, yes, I've gained. I'm just gonna round it down to 165 subscribers. Okay, 165 new subscribers in 28 days. Over 60,000 views in 28 days, and something like 212 watch time hours. So that's how many hours have been viewed on my channel in the last 28 days. And
that's a lot.
When it comes to the likes as well, I in the last 28 days I think I'm just under 1,000 likes across videos and chats and stuff. It's wild, and I attribute all to going live. going live has changed my online presence greatly. And
Are
again,
you
yeah, please.
are you able to like put out what kind of a demographic you're trying to reach,
Oh yeah,
or is it just random?
so the one thing I always do, just because I think it's important and necessary, before you go live, it says, "Is this for children or for not?" I always say, "No, it's not for children." Just because, and again, that's not because I'm trying to be crude or crass, but just kids should not be on YouTube Live, in my opinion. So, but again, that's neither here nor there. And so, and anyone who comes into my chat, if they are a certain age, I will say, I'm letting you know. It's just like I'm letting you know. I would encourage you to go and use YouTube. Otherwise, I won't be chatting with you. And like, God bless and be safe on the internet. Because just I don't want to foster a community of like obviously like children in the chat being immature or like for them to get in trouble with people commenting silly things. So I always
Mm,
encourage just like adult conversation with adults around the world.
okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But what about like categories? Like, is
Categories?
there?
Oh, like if it's like say I want it's like you want to make it a Christian live or something of that nature.
Yeah, or like
Or
anything
even
that's
movies.
specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to make it specific, you have the opportunity to make your log line whatever it is. So like it will like for my channel, it's Micro and Lease Productions. So if I don't change it, it just says Micro and Lease Productions is now live. But
Hmm.
I can switch it to saying, um, this is for conversations about lions and gazelles, and then that does not mean people who are interested in lions and gazelles are going to chat with you. But that is at least, it encourages the people who are at least mature enough to start the conversation along that way. Or you could be chatting and already on that topic. So when people join, they then engage with you on that topic. To
Hmm.
be very specific, to make it absolutely specific is tricky. And maybe there is a way to do it, but I have not done it that way just yet. Because so far, I haven't asked people to join my chats because I'm wanting to talk about anything in particular. It's just more so I just want people to I just want to foster a friendly community. I want to introduce myself and like whenever people ask, and I encourage them to ask just about like who I am and what I do. I just want them to know about my content because I'm trying to build an audience before BFMW comes out. I want people
Hmm.
to understand that like, oh, he's been making stuff for a while, and when it comes out, like I already have a few people from my chats who are just fantastic. Say that when the trailer comes out, that they're going to post it to their socials and promote the movie, and that's what I'm
Hmm.
hoping to get. And that's what I'm hoping to gather. I want to just bring people who are just everyone's so kind. It's actually wonderful. Like like someone of your energy and personality, man, people would love you. They would enjoy hearing you speak about anything because there's a lot of people who are just enjoy like there's some people in they'll leave a comment and they're saying, I don't have nothing to say, but I just gotta say it's nice listening to your voice. You have a calm voice, and just like stuff
Hmm.
like that. So some people are just whatever they're doing, they just want something to listen to. It's some
Okay.
people actually, it's not even just people wanting to engage, some people just want to listen. And so if like you're
Hmm.
like talking about something that they're engaged with or you have a soothing voice like yourself, like people would love it. Yeah,
Fascinating. So, how long does it take typically for the first person to join your window?
couple minutes.
Hmm.
I'd say the quickest I ever had was a minute and a half, and the longest it ever took was close to 10 minutes. But the close to
Okay.
10 minutes one was back when I was first starting and I didn't know what I was doing. I feel like I think I've done maybe I'll say 12 lives now, and within the last five, especially, I really have found my groove, like what I want to do while I'm live, and what I just want to do is just give people a voice while I kind of like talk and share my life and my experiences with people. I want them to feel comfortable enough to chat back, whether it's about the mundane or about something more. I've had people ask, how do you deal with depression? And just like people get deep. Like there's sometimes people get deep with their questions, and it's nice to let them know that they're not alone, and that
Hmm.
just like it's like I'm not saying I have all the answers, but if you're asking me how I've dealt with it in the past, this is my experience and this is what I've done, and maybe this can help you. Like being able to be there for people when they do come at you in a way where it almost sounds like they're at the end of their rope, and just letting them know it's just like you don't have to be, and just like I'm here for you, and God's always here for you, and just whenever I'm live, never be afraid to talk, and I'll happily talk back with you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so, is there some kind of what's the most you've had in your room at one time?
I think the most, I think it was, I want to say it was like 45
So,
to 46, something like that, yeah.
does that get overwhelming where everyone's trying to ask a question and trying to engage?
Well, I'll tell you, last night I went live for an hour, okay? And the most I had last night, I think got to 34, 35 people. And there was at least 15 active commenters. And then the odd other person commenting. Over the course of that hour, I answered every single comment. And when the night was done, it was something like 700 comments.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I would say of those 700 comments, maybe only 50 were spam or just people being goofs. Everything else was them being genuine and serious. And what's awesome is the people who are returning viewers, they've almost become the moderators in the chat. Where if someone like, because they know I'm getting to the next comment, but there's like maybe already 15 new comments. If someone's being a goof or acting weird, I have these people already saying, "Hey, knock that off. That's not what we do here," and stuff like that. Which is pretty fun, and I appreciate them greatly. Right? I appreciate them greatly. Because they're very polite and they're kind about it, and I would say they represent the type of fostering I'm hoping to communicate to everyone who's engaged. Yeah, and every time and I think the most subscribers I got from one live was 16. I went live once and 16 new subscribers. Last night I got 8 new subscribers. Yeah.
Fascinating. Okay, that's a really neat approach. And I like that it's actual real people that you're engaging with.
Yeah, 100%. It's a lot of fun, and they have people have unique stories, and just everyone has such everyone's just brimming with positivity. Even if they come in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, the longer they stay in the chat, the more they open up, and the more, because that's my favorite part actually, is seeing anyone who comes into the chat who comes in almost kind of like, "What's this about? Oh, this is boring. What are you guys even doing? What are you talking about?" Staying, starting to comment more, and going from, "Oh, this is boring," to going, "Hey, yeah, no, I like that too. Hey, have you ever tried this?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I've done it," or "No, I haven't. Oh, tell me about it." And then they'll leave a comment, and I'll read their comment out to the chat, so they know that I'm engaging with them and also giving them their due. That's what I enjoy the most. I like reading out people's comments, and so they know that I'm engaging with them and I'm giving them the attention that maybe they're not getting otherwise wherever they are around the world. I like to use the coast to coast. I'll say, "Hello everyone, welcome to the chat wherever you are across this nation or around the world. I'm not coast to coast, but I am Ryan Monaker. Welcome to the chat." It's a lot of fun. I have a really good time, and you know what? I always leave the chats feeling better too. I feel really good after leaving because everyone's just so kind, and yeah, it's a beautiful community. It's fun. It's fun to foster it. And you were saying about how kind of getting them to go to your content. I've had a few of them try to get me to set up a Discord. Have you ever heard of Discord?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know enough about Discord, and I just don't know if I want to, because the way they describe it, it's like, oh yeah, then everyone can come and you build a community there, and they post memes, they post links to stuff, and it's like, oh, posting links to stuff, that's kind of fun. But I get to the point where it's like people posting memes and other stuff. It's just like, I don't know if I want that to be in that type of air of situation. Because with this one, I like the fact that anyone who's commenting, that's their own prerogative. But when it comes to anything on video or anything that is being said, it's like it's all on me. It's under my control. So it keeps me engaged on the avenue I want to be on. Whereas I feel like this Discord thing, it becomes too many personalities jumping in, and I don't want to be involved in something that could go whatever way, in whatever direction. I just don't like the sound of it. Yeah. But again, I could be completely wrong on what Discord is. Because also, like, I had Awesome guy, Keith LeMay. He was my drone operator on Grilled Chicken and on Things Get Better. And he is on Discord all the time, and he was trying to get me on it back in the day. And again, though, I just he would show me stuff, and I don't know, it just wasn't for me. I just couldn't get the energy to get into it. But again, that was a couple of years back. Maybe it's different now for not just what Discord is, but for what I am. Maybe I could give it a try again, but yeah, we'll see. Right now, I'm just focused on YouTube. I'm enjoying the YouTube avenues of it.
Yeah, I like that. I like the targeted approach. But speaking of your movie, how close are you to the launch?
Bro, okay. So today, end of today, dialogue is 100% locked. It's done. Not just in the sense of cut together. The EQ, the removal of background noise, the popping of the noise, the sound. It's level through the whole movie. I went over to my sound guy's place yesterday into his studio. I sat there. He is making both a 2.1 and a 5.1 version. 5.1, so in theaters it's surround sound. He showed me the surround sound version. Wow. So cool to hear something that I've never made anything that's been in surround sound before. What? We captured such beautiful, crisp sound this whole movie. And he even said, because he showed me yesterday, he's won 3 Leo Awards. This dude is like the real deal, you know? And he says that this is the best thing he's ever worked on. So it's the best sound he's ever made.
Oh, wow.
Which is so cool. And what an amazing job he has done. Curtis Hickey, he is a wizard of sound, the master of sound. He is so talented. And Laurent Denis, who is my amazing DOP, he is so close to finishing color correction. The only thing really left to do is the portal scene. And Ryan Moss, the wizard of visual effects, he says that he'll have the portal scene done by the end of November. Curtis says he'll have sound done for Christmas, if not for Christmas, definitely for just January 1st, like the new year. Because he's working on the show Tracker with Justin Hartley. So he is busy with that as his day job. And he said at Christmas, when he has those 2 weeks off, if he's not done, because he's going to be working on it till then, but he's not done those 2 weeks, he'll be able to get it done very quickly. Laurent, he is weeks, if not days away from giving birth to his son. So very excited from that way. So we'll see what it will be when it comes to the color correction of that final scene. And then visual effects, like I said, will be done on Thursday. So to answer your question up in a nice little bow, January 2026, BFMW will be 100% done, if not by Christmas of 2025. Yes. So we are at most 2 months or like a month and a half away, at the least less than a month away. Or just over a month away, sorry. Yes, and I'm very excited, very stoked.
Yeah. How many hours do you think has been utilized for you total for this movie? Is that even a quantifiable?
Well, let me put it this way. Curtis, who started sound, I believe, at the beginning of September, just on dialogue, because now he's moving to ambient and Foley and sound effects and music, okay? Which he says is the easy and fun stuff. Dialogue took him 300 hours.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
300 hours of dialogue. And he says he's probably about 60 to 80 hours out of being done the whole movie.
Wow.
So, yeah, so we'll just round it up 400 hours just for sound. For me, cutting the movie, well over 1,000 hours. Yeah, well over. Because I was editing from day one back in October of 2024 all the way till July of 2025. Every day that we were filming, I then would edit. I would then have to cut it. Then I would then have to watch it. I'd then have to trim it down. I'd then have to rearrange. I'd have to put in new clips. All of that from, October of 2024 to July of 2025, well over 1,000 hours of editing. Ryan Moss right now putting in all the hours of visual effects. It's all rotoscoping, so it's just very tedious timing, right? Says that I bet he'll probably be a couple hundred hours himself just for visual effects. Laurent, I bet he'll be close to 100 hours for just color correction. So if we want to put it all together, I bet this whole movie for post-production between the four of us, I bet we could say it's well over 2,000 hours.
And that's just post-production.
That's just post-production.
There's still the
baby.
Pre-production, then there's actual production.
If you want to ask me how much of my life I put into this, I bet you could line up 6 full months without taking a break, day and night.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is, but it's been worth it. It looks and sounds amazing, and I can't wait for it to grace the big screen for everyone to check it out, because it's also just a lot of fun.
Do you have any idea what it is that drives you to do something like this? Because that takes a lot of motivation. What's the factor that keeps on just compelling you forward?
I want to entertain. And I love it. It's so fun. It's just fun to filmmake. I love creating worlds. I love being the master of domain. I'm just so inspired. And I'm not just inspired by all the media that I grew up on. I'm inspired by the events of my life. I'm inspired by the creative people around me. And even this, I'm inspired by how much I don't enjoy a lot of Hollywood productions anymore. It inspires me to say, I'm like, you have lost the plot. Let me re-engage with you on what I believe creativity should be, which is a fun time, an escape. That's what movies are meant to be. They're supposed to be an escape, not a lecture, not a beat you over the head with an ideology and stuff, you know? Because I'll tell you, BFMW, if you go in and say, oh, it's about this, or oh, that's my political leaning on that, that's all it is. That's you putting labels on it. Because this movie, I'm not trying to label anything. I'm not trying to make it about anything. And if you come out saying, oh, it's about that, well, then that's your perspective of it. Because I'll tell you, everyone's going to have a different experience. But the one thing that everyone's going to walk away from is saying, that was fun. They're going to say that was fun and it was creative and they laughed. And that is another thing that drives me is just, I want to make people laugh. I want the world to smile. I want to make things that are going to make people either go, oh, what was that? Or going, that was awesome. And the older I get, the more I'm leaning towards that was awesome. The older I get, the more I don't feel so much of doing the horror end of things. I want to do the comedy, and I want to do doesn't have to be lighthearted, but more so just comes from here, you know? Where just even if it's bizarre and out there, it's still, you see the heart. Yeah. So my drive is just passion, man. It's just what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to entertain. Whether it's just like you and me talking like this, if people get an entertainment of listening to us talk, that's great. And again, I can pull it back to a little bit of a egocentricness. I do it for myself. Even if no one else is laughing, I'll laugh at it.
It's enjoyable.
It is. Yeah. It's enjoyable, exactly. And, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing these podcasts with you. I don't need any of these podcasts to get millions of views, even if I'm the only one watching it, because I'll listen to it. I'll probably listen to this tomorrow after it's up, It's just I enjoy re-listening to our conversation because we always have some golden nuggets in there, and there's some stuff I miss from what you say. Sometimes I look back, I'm like, oh, I said that. Interesting. It's just it's fun to look back.
Reel it in.
Reeling it in, the truth. That's right. Yeah, exactly. And what about you? What drives you? To do your AI vision and bring your stories to life, to wanting to do this podcast. What drives you?
There's an underlying force that compels me to want to be able to liberate the minds and the hearts of people.
Beautiful.
And it's built into me. It's not something that I've always I've tried to cultivate. It's there. It's blatantly there. And so when I receive an idea that looks like a mechanism that can help deliver that and facilitate the impartation of that value, where it's going to help free people from stress, negativity, fear, lies, all of the illusions that take us away from how great this life can be. It gives like a moment of clarity. It's kind of like that eureka aha moment. Oh my goodness. Hey, that could really be a powerful delivery mechanism to really free a perspective and break down a lot of these different assumptions that just keep people from being able to live life with zest, with that sense of that enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I remember I revisited one of our podcasts too from last year, and I asked you, KG3, what would you say is the ideal human attitude across the board for all cultures and people types? And you're like, excitement. And I'm like, yeah, actually, enthusiasm, excitement. Oh, absolutely. Like, it feels good. Like, who doesn't love to be filled with a hope that just compels them to take action and move towards something?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
exciting. Like, when I get like inspired by an idea and I just can't help but just dedicate my attention for 12 hours straight of getting in the zone to move towards this idea, I love that. I love that entire experience. My state of being is so single-minded. It's so focused. There's nothing that's able to just tug my focus away to something else. And I feel enraptured with this hopeful sensation. And it feels like I'm flying to a degree. I love that. And so when that, just chasing that alone is enough to propel me into an idea that I'm struck with some kind of a eureka moment. Because
Beautifully
it's kind of like that. It's like that movie F1
Great movie.
with
Brad Pitt, yeah.
He switched. He used to chase the fame. He would chase the money, from what I understood in that movie, and that brought him detriment. It turned him to a playboy of sorts, and he just, everything crumbled. But then he had a switch. He started chasing something different that was nothing to do with those things. He wanted to chase that moment where he feels completely dialed in the flow state.
Yeah.
That's all that mattered now. It doesn't matter if it's like a small time race where it's the Baja with some big tires, or it's the greatest, most prestigious F1 race in the world. If he can actually experience that moment, that's what he's after. He wants that moment, because that moment, it's kind of like Fast and the Furious, where we have Vin Diesel saying, "In this moment, I'm free. Nothing else matters, not the group and all their stuff. But in those 10 seconds or less, I'm free." People just want to be free. I just want to be free.
Yes.
Free from the negative. Free from all the thoughts that are irrelevant, and only dwelling in the thoughts that truly matter in the moment, that bring me a truthful perspective of what's happening, that allow me to move forward towards something that's inspiring, and something that just fills me with this sense of positivity. That's like the ideal state. And so, since I love that, I feel like other people would love that too. And when I try to chase after something that's going to help people get that feeling, get that state of being, it puts me in that state of being. So it's like a positive feedback loop from inspiration to inspiration, kind of a thing. So the hope, like, I've always wanted to produce some kind of a movie that is able to free toxic mindsets that stop people from being able to embody who they truly are and what their life is truly meant to represent. And there's a lot of promises in scripture that I believe are foundational truths that are encoded into the very matrix of reality. And when we align with those, things get unlocked. Like, there's a concept about our true life that's hidden in Christ.
Yes.
And so when I picture that, it makes me think, okay, there is a timeline that is outside of the system that is completely veiled from the opposition. The opposition that tries to stop all the best things from happening in our lives cannot see the sequence that is hidden in Christ. But as we align with the principles and the promises, the codes basically that activate all of the best events, nothing can stop them. We become invincible. And that doesn't mean that challenges don't come, because there has to be challenges. Otherwise, we can't grow in our strength and the ability of unlocking the next set of sequences that are so life-giving.
Exactly.
But nonetheless, there's life-giving sequences that allow us to feel true liberation, true freedom, and true life.
Beautiful.
And so it's those codes that I want to share that I believe I'm destined to actually impart through the mechanism of storytelling to the world. So it's simply me embodying my hidden life in Christ that is already scripted for me to align with. And then through that, it accomplishes what I'm meant to do. So it's not me accomplishing it. I'm simply the actor, the protagonist that is aligning with what the script is already allowing me to achieve. But he's already achieved it through me.
Beautiful. I love that. We just want people to come out. Like, I love what you said. It's not to have people come out of that unnatural toxicity, to bring people into a more beautiful image, not just of entertainment, but of life and of themselves. Because everyone has that beautiful form, and it's clogged down by just the nonsense of the world. But the world is a beautiful place, and all that nonsense, you don't have to engage with it. And we want to bring out the best. We want people
KG3.
to be happy and engaged. LA5.
Glorious Proceedings.
Glorious Proceedings.
Pretty much encapsulates the concept.
I love it. And you know what? How do you feel?
I feel great.
I do as
and
well.
I feel like we brought it home.
I think so. LA5, my good man. Always a pleasure. Wow, Glorious Proceedings 17. So the plan is GP 18 will go live.
That'll be a great experience.
It will be. I look forward to it, my friend.
Me as well.
All right. Till next time, my friend. Cheers.
KG3.
LA5.
Cheers.
Bye.